Hey up YouTube, it's Theme Park Basil with
Mrs. Basil.
Morning.
Morning.
Happy Saturday morning everybody. I hope you enjoyed our New York vlogs. They were fun.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll put a link to those above. We're back in the house now. Talk about the echo. We are back in for the home renovation. We have a few things to start working on today. Before I start though, I want to catch you up on what happened this week, during the week, midweek, because one thing we needed to do next after the kind of kitchen was finished off was get the painters in, wasn't it? So we were struggling to get it. We're going to get a different company. The ones who did the outside of the house, grey.
Yeah.
/ blue. Slash. You like those, didn't you? You like those guys.
Did.
So we managed to kind of plead to get them in early. They haven't finished the job, but let me take you back to the beginning of the week and show you what happened. So all is quiet in the house. I'm just sneaking down. It's my lunch break. It's all quiet because the painters have gone for lunch. So Maxine just nipped out to get a haircut. So let me show you what they've done this morning. Give you a quick tour around. So this is all the prep work that needs to be done. So as you see, they've been taping up around things. I've taken off all the plates around the lights. You can see that was the last paint job. It wasn't very good. They have masked off all the floor. All that is done. They've also been, well, that vent's still working, but they've been taping up the vents. I took the fire alarm down and obviously taping up the lights. The thing is, they're going to, what they said they're going to do is shoot the ceiling today and then come back and do the walls tomorrow. And Maxine had a swatch of the colour, and I'd always advise you to keep those because that colour doesn't exist anymore, but it's a Sherwin-Williams colour and we have the original code, which means the painters can go back to Sherwin-Williams and get the match for the paint that's here. So yeah, they've patched up here, all good to go. So they're going to shoot the roof today, as I say, and shoot the walls tomorrow. And it's all about the prep work. So they've done all the lights. I've taken off some of these blanking plates. That was the original colour of the house. So I've taken off some of these blanking plates. There's paper all over the floors. I think they are going to do the ceiling in there as we talked about last time. And then if we look into the kitchen, Maxine didn't want them to put tape on these cabinets in case it took the paint off. So they're taping around the side of the cabinets. All the ceiling's done. You can see one of the lights they've done and the other one they're working on because they're going to shoot this with a gun, but they're actually going to paint the walls by hand. And then the last thing they'll do is the skirting board or the baseboard. So that is all covered up. This is all done, and Maxine's very happy about this bit, which I'm sure you'll all agree with, and you probably saw in the thumbnail, is they have taken great time to make sure that her wall is protected with a sheet. So they're going to obviously do a rough cut, and then they're going to cut in, and the guy who does the painting did come and have a look at the cut line to make sure his guys could do it. So as you can see, we are prepped to go. I'll give you another look this evening, assuming the light's still here. Well, I've got lights we can turn on, I guess, and see what progress they make. It's now, as I say, it's now 12:40. They arrived at 9 AM, so it's taken them 3 hours to prep this, and then get the machine in to shoot the roof, give you a view, and then we'll see how we go tomorrow. We'll see what we can get done in 2 days. They kind of changed the schedule for us. We were like, can we please, can we get it done? So they've moved another job around. So we have them for 2 days, so it's really what we can get done in 2 days and finished. And then they'll come back and do the rest later on. They probably might not do the baseboard or the trim on this visit, but if they can break the back of the ceiling and the walls, then we can start moving furniture back in because and just keep it away from the edges because that'll all be hand painted on the trim as well. So stay with us and we'll see what it looks like at the end of today. Hiya, it's now 3:30. The painters have just gone. Let's have a look what they've managed to do in the 6 hours here. Basically, all the ceilings are now done. They have this machine. When I said shot, this is the machine they use. It's like a compressor. And they have this little thing and they spray and then kind of just overspray on the edges. And then the rest of the walls, this is the paint they've had mixed up, I think. The rest of the walls they're going to do with a roller. So I think they've already done this one. You can see they've done it kind of up to the edge. Well, you see it's shiny because we've got an eggshell, and then they're going to come and do all the cutting in tomorrow. They won't do the baseboards tomorrow, but they do tell me that they should be able to get all the walls and the ceiling all finished by tomorrow. they've been patching up as well some of this. I mean, they've done a rough cut on this and then they're going to sand it where there's little dings from moving the furniture. I know you can see there on the eggshell where they've kind of done near the light switch, and they're going to, some of these have been rollering as well. All the plastic's now off. A few hours later, all the plastic is now off all the cupboards because they finished the ceiling, and that's where a lot of the obviously a lot of the mess could drop down. So yeah, and you can see around here where they've done, but they're going to do all the cutting in and things like that tomorrow. So there we go. We're going to wait for the ceiling to dry, look if there's any patches that need to touch up. They'll be back tomorrow and basically more or less done, apart from the baseboards. But we can get the furniture back in, and as long as it says we keep that away from the side, we should be good, because it should still allow them to come in. And again, that's a hand paint. That's the last. Maxine tells me she's the expert on painting. Apparently the baseboard is the last thing they do. So we'll catch up with you tomorrow, see what progress we make. Hello, I'm on the stairs again and still not shaven, scruffy pup. So it's lunchtime again on the next day, and they've just gone off for lunch again. So I will, 12 o'clock is it? 12:01, and I'll show you around. So they've come back today. The ceilings have all dried now and they're looking good. This is the sprayer machine that they used, I mentioned it last time. So they've just been touching up some bits in the ceiling, I think, that we wanted them to, and now they're rollering and then cutting in. And I say the plan is that they will still have all the walls done and the ceiling done, everything except baseboard, which they'll come back to do, and probably doors they'll come back to do at a later date. But that doesn't stop us putting the furniture in. It's a very overcast day today, so I've got the lights on in the house. So nothing much different to see, probably not. You see they've actually got them to cover paint inside this closet. Now that's the original colour that it was in here. The owners didn't paint in the closet or actually in the pantry. So, oh wow, yeah, they've undercovered in the pantry as well. You can see the colour, bold colour at the top where they're going to cut in. So that's got undercoat in here, pretty much done. And actually looking at the living room, I think they're pretty much done in here. Looks like they've cut in. I think this room is complete, because all those white patches that were on there have gone. Cutting around Maxine's wall. Done the ceiling, covered the stain up. You see there's still a bit more of a stain there. You can see that where we had that leak before. So they're going to touch that up a little bit more. But I think that's it. Back again. It's 3:10 and they are finished. So I can turn these lights off now. Right, it's taking everything down up there, just checking. So yes, the walls and the ceiling have been done, not the base trim as we mentioned. So they're all done. They've left us the extra paint. We're going to have them come back probably in a couple of months to finish off the trim. Or they might try and get back in a couple of weeks actually, sorry. A couple of months when we do the upstairs. I can see Maxine's going to go crazy because all these lights have been moved and her OCD is going to kick in, which is going to be quite funny. So yeah, we've got to clean the floor, and you see they've all done in here, which is good. They broke one of the sash windows. Somebody broke the sash window when they were trying to open it, so just put a new clip on there. Just look at these lights up here. Max is gonna go crazy with those. I'm gonna leave them like that just to see her reaction when she comes in. So yeah, I say doors and base trim to do, and I think then we can start cleaning. So the next thing is to get a Swiffer and kind of clean this floor and start moving furniture back in again, which will not be this weekend because we're out this weekend, but probably later on. But I'll take you back to future Mr. and Mrs. Theme Park Bazaar, and that's the point we will be at now. So now you're caught up. It's now Saturday. That'll happen midweek. They're still got to come back, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've got to put a second coat on part of the ceiling, and then we got the baseboards to do, all the doors to do, and the door frames.
All the trim, basically.
All the trim, yeah. But once they've finished off on the ceiling, put that second coat on, because that's what they said. They wanted to do the ceiling before we put the furniture in, didn't they?
Yeah. What did they call it? I can't remember. They used a term for it. I can't remember what it was.
What?
The ceiling. Shop coat or something, was it?
We're going to shop the ceiling, I think they said. Shoot the ceiling. Yeah, I think I said that in the vlog. They were earlier on. Yeah, they were shooting the ceiling. They have like a machine that showed you. Well, you saw it earlier on in the vlog, where they had that machine. But they were kind of wanting to do the ceiling, and then they said the walls and the trim they can do once the furniture's in. But the other thing is everything inside the house is what?
No, they're not doing it while my furniture's in.
No. But I mean, yeah.
No.
Yeah, nope. So hopefully we'll get them back next week to finish the trim off.
Yeah.
But also everything in the house is covered with like a layer of 1 inch of dust.
Yeah.
So we've been working, that's part of today, inside and outside. So I got my scruff on because we're going to get some water fun today. And you've been working hard on the inside of the house. But we'll catch people up on, a couple of things have happened on the kitchen actually since the last vlog, haven't they?
Yeah.
And we're now done. I haven't paid the final invoice yet because we were not paying until everything was done.
I found something else as well.
What?
There's a shelf missing.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Well, let's take a picture and let's email them today.
Yep.
Okay.
I just found out that yesterday.
Okay. Let's go and show you what they have done though, since last time. So finally, at last, the drawers have arrived, or the correct drawer fronts have arrived, haven't they? These were wrong a couple of times. If you remember, last time these were like flat. They weren't the same design as the rest. So they're in, and we've got your handles on, your Lowe's special handles.
Yes.
And then the other thing we got done is the island, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have we done there, Max?
We put 3 panels on, so it's not just flat. So it actually matches the rest of them, and it kind of looks a bit more finished, we think.
Yeah, I'll insert maybe a picture of what it looked like before. I think it looks 100% better, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I think it makes it really finished. Obviously, it cost us a few $100s. Basically, they're cupboard doors.
Yeah.
When they came, they're actually 3 cupboard doors that they kind of...
I think they're the end panel doors.
Oh, the end panel doors are these sort of things. Well, no, they were cut out on the back for hinges.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, so they actually were cupboard doors, when they arrived. In fact, when we got back from New York, there was 3 boxes outside with all that stuff in, wasn't there? So we've got, can't make my mind up if we want to change these for different coloured ones or not. Are you okay with the white?
Don't know, we'll see.
But we've got to clean all the switches as well. All the switch plates are still off because they haven't finished painting, so we have to finish all that off. A crazy Scottish neighbour came round last night, thank you, and gave us some goodies. We may see them in tomorrow's vlog if you stay tuned. Oh yeah, and the other thing they've come back and done is done this. And I think you'll agree that looks a whole lot better, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So they made a wooden plate here and then they sprayed it the same colour. Did they give us a tin of the spray as well?
Yeah, we've got a tin and a pen.
And a pen for touch-up.
Yeah. Which we're going to need.
There's a few bits and things out there.
Things already,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But are you happy
Yes.
with what you got?
Yes, I am. Now that it's clean.
Yep.
Just a few more things to do on it.
We're still working on the water thing. Like I say, we're not going to put that filter back in under the sink, but we've had a couple of companies in this week talking to us about putting a house filtration system. If you come to Florida, you know the water's not very good here. It tastes of chlorine. This water's hard, and what we've noticed since we have been living upstairs is the kettle's got all fuzzed up, hasn't it? With,
very quickly.
Very quickly, in like, a month. So we don't want that to happen to the new taps. Long story short, we're getting quotes in for a cheap system outside that will go by the garage that will actually take the hardness out of the water. You have like a salt bucket and you have like a filter system. Put salt in about every 6 weeks. That's the only way to get rid of the hardness, is put the salt in. So we've had all these people in pitching this week, haven't we, which has been interesting.
Interesting.
From that side, all trying to sell us stuff. But we'll get back to you as that goes on. So yeah, I think pretty much the kitchen is done now.
Yeah.
You actually put your stuff back in, as people saw that you're cleaning, I think, the last time. Stuff is back in there. Which shelf is missing then, show me, because I need to take a picture. Should there be one up there?
Yeah, because they've got the things in the brackets in.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell them. Nothing here, is it?
No.
Nope. Okay, I'll remind him today. There's a ding out there, you can see there. There's like bits out there, aren't there?
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, we are definitely good with that. And then, as you can see, the other thing I've got to do, I've forgotten about that. One thing when they've been opening these windows for doing the work, and these things have plastic catches on. They're not very good windows. They've got to have these plastic catches on. And this window we found was actually hanging out because the catch had been broken. You probably won't see some shooting into the sunlight here. This catch was broken. Luckily, I don't know if you remember back when I first moved in the house, I replaced some of these.
I think you replaced most of them, didn't you?
No, I replaced half a dozen of these, and some of these catches were broken. You can see, look at, you can see everything's covered in the dust on here. So I replaced this, but the other one here is broken. You can tell, look at this here, we had spiders in because this window was open. That's a different colour white to this one, so I can tell the ones I replaced. But basically the sun makes them go brittle. So I ordered a load from Amazon, so once the sun goes on this afternoon, I need to change a number of these catches because I don't want them to go brittle and snap again. And they're the thing that keeps the window shut. The windows only cleaning inside and outside, as I'm sure you can tell from the patio doors. We got cleaning to do, and everything out there is covered in a layer of dust as well. So what my goal is today, whether we get through it all or not, is to get the pressure washer. I'll go outside and show you the state of the front of the house as far as, well, there's two things. There's all the building stuff that they got on the coming in, but also on the drive we had that skip for 2 months. Yeah. And there's rust from that, stains on it. And also the pollen has been absolutely appalling here.
It's been really bad.
We've had to like clean the car off every day. And then a big storm came through and it all went on the ground, and now all the concrete stained. I don't know if I get it off. All the concrete stained on the drive. So I need to go and see if I can get that off. So while the sun's on the back, we're a bit late, it's about 10 AM already, so we're already around the front. Need to wash the cars off, need to do the drive, need to do the front. Then when the sun goes round the front this afternoon, I need to come out here and give this a blast and see if I can get some of this, because we tried, as you saw in the other vlog, we tried with the air.
Yeah, that didn't work very well.
Didn't work very well, did it? Right, yeah, we need
well, it did, but
yeah,
it needs cleaning properly.
And then I also need to get probably the wet vac out to vacuum it up, because there's no runoff in here for the water, is there? So I probably need to get the wet vac so we can suck out all the water once I've pressure washed it. So let's get on with that. Let's get on with the pressure washing. So is there anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, do that. Maybe have a coffee first.
Yeah.
So in the garage now, I don't know if you remember, I'll put a link into that old vlog, the old pressure washer, where I tried to start. It took me over 100 times to get it started. That was 2 years ago when we did the gutters. I've not used it since. I tried for 2 hours to get it going again, it wouldn't work. So basically I got fed up, went straight onto Amazon and ordered this thing for $150. I've used it once or twice now just to wash dust off the car. Off the cars, pollen I should say, off the cars. So we're going to use it again here today. And then the other one I gave to Crazy Scottish neighbour and see if he could actually do something with it. It does come with this thing does come with a couple, if I can find them, a couple of different heads. Here it is, so like another nozzle that goes in there. It's got like a little ball bearing thing in there that twizzles around. That's the high pressure one that I'm probably going to have to use for the drive, but you have to be careful because it will take your toes off. So what can possibly go wrong doing this in flip-flops? But I need to, because everything will be soaked through. It's only a little thing, you can see, but it's electric, unlike the gas one, and it seems to have enough power, but we haven't tried this sucker out yet. So I'm probably going to just wash the cars off first and get them out of the way, then start on the drive and on the porch, maybe with this thing first, and we'll see how we go. Good luck to me. Me and hose pipes are cursed, aren't we? Yep, that's sorted now. Let's get on with the pressure washing. So there we're done, as you saw, just really washing the pollen off the car, not giving it a full wash because the pollen does stain. So I just wanted to make sure the pollen was off and then move the cars off the drive. And I'll show you what we're going to do on the drive here together. You can see the stains from the rust from the dumpster that was here, stained into the drive. And the other thing is pollen. The pollen came down, I don't know if you can see, there's like orange patches here. You can probably see it more over here where it stayed down when it rained and it's kind of stained the drive. So I want to see if I can get these up. You can see those stains on there, hopefully you can. And then the other thing, of course, is by the house itself where all the contractors were coming in and out. They've got paint and plaster, I don't know, all kinds of stuff down here. You can see all this white stuff that I'm going to try and blast. That probably last because the sun will be on here last. I'm going to get toasted out here. So I'm going to do this bit first and then do this last and get the powerful nozzle on. I think you agree, that's looking a lot better. I found a lot of twigs and, screws and metal brackets. You saw me pick a few up on the drive, which was another reason for doing all this. But yeah, if I give you a look at it now, I think you can agree. Not perfect, but it's looking a lot better than it was before. And now to turn my attention to the patio and see what we can do here to clean this up. So you can see from that, not as successful removing all the paint. So we will see what we can do with that. Okay, I've just stopped for a bite to eat, and I'm going to try. I think I got some turps here, so I'm going to try this brush cleaner and see if this will get the stuff off the pavement, the stains off the porch. Well, that's about it. It's a lot better than it was, isn't it, Max?
Yeah, a lot better.
Yep, just let it to dry out now, and then we will bring that stuff in that's outside and set up back up here. I'm going to leave the latches because it's 92 degrees out here, so we're a little bit exhausted.
It's a bit warm.
I have ordered from Amazon something called, what was it called, graffiti spray to get that paint off. We don't know. If you've got any ideas, put in the comments below what you think will get that paint off that you saw left, but it's still there, that brown stuff. This is like more like an acid, and they give you like a metal brush to scrub it as well. So that's coming with Amazon hopefully mid next week, so we'll have it for next weekend. So we're going to pack up here. I might need a soak in a bath.
I think we will.
After that work today, I'm going to leave those catches for the windows for another day, and then in the next vlog tune in, because I think tomorrow we're going to get out and about, which may involve a pub.
Yeah, I think we deserve it.
I think we deserve it. We'll probably end up going to Home Depot first for a couple of things, or Lowe's for a couple of things, but I think we'll end up in a pub. So thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for watching our home vlog. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. Comment below. We try and respond to all your comments, and we will see you later.
Bye!
Bye!